Assalamu alaikum. Shalom aleichem und salam. I welcome you all again. And today I would like to speak with you about something what I think it might be really important in the pregnancy. And that thing is our inner voice. In today's world, which is really loud, crowded, and too fast, we might really get separated from our inner voice, which might be really important for staying alive and really be able to give a life. So I will tell you about one story which is based directly on my own experience and which might show you how did I make some really important decisions which were also important for my life and pregnancy and everything which came on. So after I get pregnant with my second child, I went to see my doctor, and of course I was really happy about getting pregnant again. And my doctor then told me that she cannot really see that the pregnancy is well, so she decided to send me to the hospital to make some other checks. So I cannot really tell you what kind of thoughts went through my head. I was a bit disturbed, but I really had again the best thoughts about my pregnancy. I did not really thought about it. The doctors would confirm what my doctor said. So in the hospital, the doctors made again testings and checkups, and they came to the same conclusion as my doctor did, that the pregnancy is not really placed well. It's not the womb pregnancy, but outside the womb, and that to the 90% I would get operated. And they called then the doctor, which is he has the main word. So he did the last checks and he said, no, that's not really good. So please, we will lead you to your room and make blood test, but be please prepared that the operation might be at the same evening. So I went to my room and they took a blood, and till I waited, I really I did not ask myself why this thing is happening to me, but I was kind also of sad, but I still had faith and hoped that, if this thing is, I don't know, not really good pregnancy, I will get operated, and after some months of recovering, I might get pregnant again. And the doctor came after half an hour when he told me that my blood was not really good and that operation might start at the same evening. So I'm not allowed to eat, I'm not allowed to drink, which I was really not happy about because I was still nursing my daughter from a 9th month, and I could not really tell her, hey, I'm not able to drink and you will not have milk now, so you have to start with your other food immediately. So I was a bit concerned about it, and I got calmed. I calmed down, and I started to pray and really to ask our Lord to give me sign where should I go and what should I do in this kind of situation, just to show me the way, because when you know a way, no matter what's happening, you are sure. So I prayed a long time, and they did not operate me at the same evening. And in the morning I stood up, and the first thing which I really saw was that one of the clouds had a form of a woman holding her child. And inside of me I had so strong feeling that my pregnancy is absolutely correct and that I will get my child healthy. So the doctor came and he told me that I should stay and they will make some other checkups and preparing me for operation. And I told them that I want to go home because I know that my pregnancy is perfectly fine. And they were not really happy about it. But I insisted because I told them that in 2 or 3 days, if the pregnancy is well, we will be able to see baby on the screen. And those 2 or 3 days would not really be from danger to my own life. So I had to sign a few papers that I'm let out of the hospital on my own insistment. And after two days, we were really able to see that everything was perfectly well with my pregnancy, and my child was born healthy. So with this story, I'm just telling you that the doctors and this all new technology could be right, but also could be wrong. And most of the time, it's really important to listen what does your body tell you and what does your intuition tell you. And by intuition, I mean really the God's voice which is within you and guide you. And we all can hear that that voice if we really listen, if we stop thinking, if we stop concerning and just surrender ourselves and let us be led. Another experience which I had was with the birth of my son. That was really exciting pregnancy. I had so much experiences. So I felt that the birth starts. So I told my husband we should go to the clinic, to the birth house. And I did not really have any pains as with my daughter. It's just that my stomach was getting hard and then relaxed and then hard and relaxed, just in a tempo between 5 and 7 minutes. And the doctors in the birth house told me, they put those machines and then they try to measure how strong the contractions are and how often. And they told me that will not be anything at this evening, so I might really go home. And again, I felt that they are wrong, and I don't believe this machine, because I had also experience with this machine with the birth of my daughter, where they put also that thing to measure when I have a break of contractions and when the contraction come. And the thing is, I did not have any breaks of contractions. And they tried to tell me, yes, you do. And I told them also on the birth, I don't have any break of contractions because my body is still in pain and I can really not breathe. So at that evening, I decided not to believe to the doctors again and to listen to my inner voice, and I insisted to stay in a birth house. And at the same evening, about maybe 2 hours later, started the real birth. So I got at the same evening my son. Another thing is that on the same evening of the birth of my son, when the real contractions came, the doctors brought me also some kind of a pulver which should increase the contractions, which I also get with my daughter. And with my daughter, I was really not that experienced, and I was also kind of still searching for my inner guidance. And I believed also to what doctors say and did what they told me. And I did take that thing, and it led, which I told you, in these mass contractions, which influenced my giving birth very negatively. So this time I ignored that white pulver and I told myself, you know, the Lord told you eat dates while giving birth because they will give you energy and they will reduce your bleeding, they will reduce pain, and they will help you. So I ate about 3 or 4 pieces, and really, I can tell you, for me it worked. My contractions were regular in the shortest time, my pain was reduced, and the birth was much easier. So maybe you also, if you are pregnant or something, you want to try this out. Maybe it will also work for you, and then I might be happy for sharing these informations with you. So I will end this video now, and in next video I will mention maybe just more informations about how to concentrate yourself and to find your inner voice and to find your guidance. So may God blessings be on you and guidance, and I'm happy about seeing you soon again. Assalamu alaikum, shalom aleichem, Satnam.